Good morning, everyone. It's Janet Wakeland here with Remarkably Created. Happy Catalog Day. Ordering from the new catalog is like Christmas for those of us that are paper crafters and love Stampin' Up. So if you're joining me for this catalog stroll, if you're up and moving this morning, give me a shout out. Let me know what you're drinking in your cup of coffee this morning or your cup of tea. And if you're watching this on replay later, make sure you type in replay. So what we're going to be doing is taking a look at the pages of the Stampin' Up! Catalog, taking a little stroll through the catalog. I have quite a few first-to-me, new-time customers that I wanted to point out the features and benefits to. We've got new followers here. And sometimes, like myself, even though I've been doing this for 24 years, it's easy to miss things in the catalog. I recently did a Facebook Live where I told all of you guys that the ink spots were retiring and that you needed to get your hands on them. And I apologize for that. They're still a great purchase and you still need to get your hands on them. But the blessing is they did not retire. So they're available in the catalog, and we'll be doing some more training and teaching on ink spots. So again, those things happen. So that's one of the reasons why I want to do this stroll. Again, some things are a little different in this catalog. Real quick, before we get into the catalog, a couple of things. Throughout the day today, I will be giving away lots of fun prizes as we celebrate the launch of the catalog. Different ways to win those prizes are either by sharing those posts, sharing this video, other videos that I'll post, and or simply commenting and engaging on those posts. And then tomorrow morning, watch to see if you've won one of those prizes and send me your address. So let's jump in right away and let's look at the catalog. So you're going to notice first and foremost that this catalog is extremely written in. I did not bring you the nice clean copy to the table. I am doing a training after this video for demonstrators in my Building a Business class, and I wanted to show them all of the marks. So I just brought one catalog to the video table. So I apologize for all of the writing in it, but I do write in mine. If you are somebody who marks your catalog up, go ahead and give that a shout out, comment below. I'm a writer, and so I know that you also mark yours up. There are 10 suites of products, and this is a quick index to all of those suites. In addition, when you turn your catalog sideways, you may see some different color differentiation for some of those suites. I'll point out a couple of those suites in just a moment. Also, just some of the very basic sections of the catalogs and some of our very basic tools. As a reminder, our cut and emboss machine is not available yet, which also means that all of the pads and things aren't available. You would not need them at this point. As soon as it becomes available, I will let you know. But of course, demonstrators get to pre-order first, which is a great reason to join today so that you'll be able to get this before the public. So let's keep looking through here. 2 icons, and let me move this up here for a second. You've got this 10% off icon, and you've got this big red N icon. The 10% shows you things that are always on sale, and those would be our bundles. We have bundles with stamps and dies and bundles with stamps and punches. So those are always on sale. Those are always a great deal. One thing to note about our bundles, though, is that they are also available individually. Okay, you don't have to purchase them at a cost savings discount. And then N denotes anything new. For those of you that worry about maybe like, oh my gosh, do I own it? Do I not own it? If it has a big red N next to it, you don't own it, at least today and this week, okay, until you've ordered everything out of the catalog. So one of the things that you're going to see, and I'll see if I can find it. First and foremost, Stampin' Up! Has 2 different types of stamps. We have our cling mount stamps, which are high quality red rubber stamps. And then we have our photo polymer stamps, and those are stamps that you can see through. So you're going to want to look at the descriptions of the stamps to see which is which, if that is important to you. But regardless of whether there are clear photo polymer or our cling mount stamps, you do need acrylic blocks to be working with them. So oh my gosh, guys, we're going to have a little bit of fun playing I Spy. Here's your heads up. At some point, there will be a contest around all of these really, really cool flowers, okay? So let's keep looking. So one of the things about Stampin' Up, of course, is that we have stamps, inks, and paper. And you can kind of just do all kinds of amazing creative things with that. But if you're somebody who wants a little bit more direction, or also maybe you're just starting out, we have different types of kits. We have what are called all-inclusive kits, And these are kits that include an ink spot as well as a block for you to get started with. All of the supplies, the stamps, basically everything that you need with the exception of a pair of scissors to create the projects that you see. So those are our all-inclusive sets. We have sets that can be ordered monthly and subscribed to, so they can either be done once a month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and that's our Paper Pumpkin subscription. And then we have another type of kit whereby the stamps are separate from that kit, so that you can get just the kit and use them with your own stamps and your own greetings, mix and match and all of that. And then we have something called our product medleys. I can't wait to order this today. And the product medleys go beyond including the stamp and a block. They also include, in this case, this one includes dies, so that you have dies to go ahead and create this. And I just love the blues in this. I cannot wait to do this. One other new little icon I want to point out, we have 2 different die machines coming. One is a standard die machine, and every single die in the catalog will run through the standard. But we also have something called a mini, which is portable, perfect for crafting weekends with your girlfriends, perfect for retreats, perfect for actually die cutting in the car on road trips. I've been known to do that. And so if you want to know if something's going to fit in the mini, there's this designation that says mini, and that will let you know that those dies, those folders will run through a mini. So that's another new designation this year. So you're going to want to keep your eyes open for that. So we do have those kits, which are great. Now this is an example of our suites. And remember, I told you that there are a bunch of them throughout the catalog. And see, I already forgot how many. There are 10 of them. It's an easy number. You think I would remember. The cool thing about suites is they have an I want it all button. They have a single code that will give you everything that is part of that suite. The papers, the ribbons, and it lists everything down here, the dies, the stamps, everything that you need for an extremely cohesive look, okay? And that's one of the things that Stampin' Up! Excels at, is this coordination of papers, inks, ribbons, okay? And it's just like, you look like a designer. It's absolutely amazing the way everything coordinates. So beautiful. It's the best one-stop shopping in the world. And so again, we have this easy one-step ordering link that will then give you everything. Something else new in the catalog this year that I'm really loving is these call outs to the coordinating cardstock. So when you see designer paper, you're going to see a call out to the coordinating cardstocks that you may want to have on hand to go ahead and use with this. Now you don't see the neutrals like white or vanilla, but at least the solid colors are called out in these really cool little dots. So that's something else that's really fun and given a shout out in the catalog. Now something else in the catalog, stamps are shown at actual size. The only exception is our background stamps in the back, where they show you just a part of what the pattern looks like. In addition, you're going to notice throughout the catalog that some of the stamps have shading. Here you can see there's shaded gray. Here in this case, you can kind of see this vanilla kind of looking shading. When you see that shading, if it's a vanilla, that means that there's a punch, and it will tell you in the description. The description tells you everything if you take time to read it. And in my case, if you put your bifocals on so that you can read it. But the description will tell you lots and lots of things. So the shading is an indication that, wait a minute, there's something else to this. And so you're going to have a coordinating punch if it's vanilla, and coordinating dies if it is shaded in gray. Now a little note, the coordinating dies, that doesn't mean in this case that there's just 5 dies. There's usually a lot more dies than just the 5, but at least these images can be die cut. Some of the information that you are going to find in the description is you're going to find, you know, if you're like, is that 1 stamp or is that 2 stamps? Well, it tells you there are 8 stamps. So start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is a double stamp. This is a single image, 2 leaves on 1 stamp, okay? Because it's going to tell you in the description how many stamps there are. In addition, there's a little note that says it coordinates with, and then the dies. In this case, it coordinates with the punch. It will also tell you the suggested clear block size. And I'll show you in a minute in the back, one of the greatest gifts that you can give yourself is just the complete set right off the front. It does make a difference trying to use a block that is as close to the size as possible. But if you're just starting out, the D block is kind of a universal size, and very versatile, and you'll be able to do a lot with just the D block if you're on a budget and just starting out. So again, great images there for you. Something else that's a little fun is that you're going to have these little icons here when associated with the suite, and they're going to be different ones depending on the suite. So that's kind of fun. Just a little mixing it up. Some other icons that you're going to see throughout the catalog that you may want to pay attention to is this icon here, the $1 million. When demonstrators reach $1 million in sales, they have the opportunity to work with an artist at Stampin' UP to design a $1 million set. Mine sadly was just retired Artfully Aware, but I am really excited about the stamps that I'm seeing from our $1 million sellers in this case. And I have a teammate that I know this week or next week will cross the $1 million milestone, so I'm so excited. And I have a teammate with a $1 million set in this catalog. And we'll see if we come across it, but Rhonda Wade's set is in this catalog. So it's fun to see your teammates doing well and great things happening there. And then the other thing that you're going to want to watch for throughout the catalog are these call outs. Throughout the catalog, there are tips and suggestions. For me, this catalog, I go to this catalog before I go to the internet. It's much easier for me to bring this to my work surface and use this for my creative inspiration than it is to literally lose time on Facebook, on Pinterest, on YouTube, and then never create anything. So this is my go-to resource, which is why there is so much written in this catalog and why there's so many notes, okay? One other icon real quick before we switch is this distinctive icon. This is a trademark of Stampin' UP, and it's a really cool, realistic looking stamp. These stamps are going to be very, very realistic looking. So absolutely amazing. So that's what that distinctive icon is as well. And let me back up here for just a second. One other icon I forgot to point out is this reversibles. That means that this stamp can be used on either side of the image. You can reverse it from left to right. So it is what's called a reversible stamp. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so that's something else that's cool and relatively new to us as demonstrators. Here again, you can see that reversible image. You can switch it. Some of them you switch up and down, and some of them it's left to right, if that makes sense, okay? So let's just keep going here. A little tip for you. One of the things that I do personally, I highlight the things that I already own. Again, that helps me from ordering two things twice. I don't just like go online and go, do I have it, don't I have it? I'm ordering from my catalog. So I go ahead and I mark what I already do. Something else I do sometimes is I may make notes like what other stamp sets I think these coordinate with. As a demonstrator, I have a what I call the 5 rule. There are 5 things, criteria that stamps and products have to meet before I'll purchase them. Because again, for me, this is a business. Yes, it's a creative business, and I love that I get paid to make beautiful things. But for me, it is a business. And so I have this 5 rule. And so that's just me. So you'll see little notes, and you're like, what was that note? It's part of my 5 rule, like 5 different ways I can use it, just different things like that. So some of these things are ones that we've already seen on the pre-order. Of course, some have been carried over from before. You guys catch this? Anybody catch this? See, I made a little note so I didn't miss out. This is a paper pumpkin box, guys. What a cool recycling of that, right? So that's what I go through too, and I look, oh, what can I copy? Copy and selectively edit, copy and selectively enhance. As demonstrator, we use this term CASE, C-A-S-E, and I have lots of variations on that. Copy and share excitedly. So there's lots of fun on that. There's that mini. Look at that. Look how cute that's going to be, guys. Oh my gosh. The sides fold out. It's kind of like a Murphy bed of Big Shot machines where the sides just fold out. So kind of fun there, guys. This is one of the first on my list. That sounds kind of crazy, but the Old Fashioned is a family drink. It was the drink of my daughter's wedding. My son works for the Sazerac House. Sazerac is the 3rd largest distillery of fine spirits in the world, and my son works for the Sazerac House in New Orleans. So this has got a lot of meaning to my family. So I could have almost designed that as a $1 million set. It was amazing to see that one show up. So it's kind of fun when a set really talks to you and you goes, oh my gosh, I can put that one to use. That's going to be a lot of fun. If you're a quilter, take notice of this one, guys. I can't wait to see what my paper piercers and my quilters do with this set. Oh, you guys are going to have so much fun with the versatility of that one. So, and again, just a great inspiration. On this page here, something new instead of the you can make it, if you're new in the old catalogs or previous catalogs to this one, I make them sound so old, we had this thing called you can make it. And then there was an I want it all button where you could order everything you needed to make that. Instead, what they've done is they have something now called Shop the Project. So if you're like, oh, I'd like to recreate this, look for the Shop the Project throughout the catalog, and it's going to show you items that you're going to want to order to be able to create those projects. You're going to want to look for that Shop the Project icon throughout the catalog. Again, those great tips that are there. There's that Shop the Project. Something else that's new in this catalog is in the description of the stamps, you may see actual references to techniques. For example, in this one, it says two-step and hinge step. Two-step is a style of stamping where there are two stamps that work together to give you a color gradation or like depth of image or something like that. So you've got two stamps that work together, hence the two-step. The hinge step is a technique that we use with the Stamparatus because of the way that our Stamparatus plates can move along the hinged edge. So that's the hinge step. So you've got the two-step and the hinge step. So again, lots of cool information right here in these descriptions. So be looking for those types of things that are part of that. This is my #1 must-have, guys. Oh my gosh. Who is ordering playful pets today? Right? Oh my goodness gracious. And I can't wait to work with different rescue agencies. I am so excited to get my hands on all of these teeny tiny little dog bones. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. I can't wait. I am so like over the top over this. And I love the color palette of this. So, oh, Playful Pet Sweets. That's the, see, that's where that little I want it all button comes in handy. Yeah, you got that. So, just lots and lots of fun things. There's those tips again. And I could go through that throughout the entire catalog, just showing you all of those great, fun items. You kind of get the idea. There's something for everybody in this catalog. I'm going kind of fast, I know that. Some sets, guys, coordinate with things that we've already had before. So in the holiday catalog, we had a snow globe set and snow globe dies. The dies have been carried forward, and to add value to that purchase that you made during the holidays, we now have new products to go ahead and continue to work with those. So that adds value to your previous purchases, and I love that. Here's a picture of that Stamparatus tool. It's a tool to align your stamps, but it allows us to do some other really cool things. And so here's a picture of that Stamparatus in action with another technique, another great gift. We do have a few holiday stamps in here. They may be new to some of you if this is your first time with this catalog, first time with Stampin' Up. For some of you, they're going to be repeats from the holiday catalog. We have a brand new holiday catalog coming in August that will be much larger than you've seen in the past, and it will be available for 6 months. So for those of you who love to start your holiday stamping in June and July, hang tight. There's an amazing catalog coming in August. Again, snow globes, so some of those pieces again that were carried over. Some great versatility, but we do put holiday stamps in there for those of you who like that. The Ornate Garden's been available for the last couple of weeks. So again, lots of fun stuff that's in here. I personally also make notes to myself, such as versatility. It sounds crazy, but I write. I also write in my Bible, so I guess it's just a natural transition to write in my catalog. The other thing, along with the you can make it, is the you might also likes. Okay, so you're going to find those throughout the catalog. So I want to take a minute and we're going to skip past a couple of things. I do want to point out something really quick. I've been getting orders from customers throughout the night because I am giving them a discount coupon on their first purchase, just something that I've done as a customer appreciation. And one of the very first stamps that I got an order for was the Whale of a Time. I would have lost that bet. But it made me smile. So that was one of the very first orders that I got during the night. So if you guys love the Whale of a Time and you're ordering it, let me know. I do love the ocean and the color palette of this one, so I will be getting this one. But I do want to take a moment to flip through past all of the stamps because you'll be able to look at all of them and talk to you for just a second about the accessories in the back. As well as, again, I mentioned that all of the stamps are shown actual size with the exception of our background stamps. Okay. Camouflage, I love this. Gwen Stefani calls camo glamo, and I agree with that. I love to wear camo, so or glamo. So you've got some great things, and I can't wait to bling up this camo. And then for those of you who do love to sell your Stampin' Up! Products, we have something called the Angel Policy, whereby you do need to mark the cards as being copyrighted by Stampin' Up! And so this does have a Stampin' Up! Copyright stamp in it, and there is, I believe, one other stamp. So we do have this Angel Policy, okay, that you want to be aware of if you are selling your stamps and things, or not stamps, if you are selling your handmade creations. So Stampin' Up's amazing colors. All of our colors are available as collections, with the exception of the blends. The blends are not part of that collection. But when I say a collection, you can buy all the ink pads in that collection. You can buy a variety pack of all of the cardstock in that collection. And those collections of ink pads and cardstock would be available at a cost savings discount. That is another form of a bundle for you. So you're going to want to look again down the side and then across the tables to see what's available. In this one instance, you've got to look really close. There are new Stampin' blends, but for me, for example, seeing that N right here, so I circled it real big so I didn't miss ordering it today. Because, you know, we've all done that. We've all hit that order button and then we're like, oh my gosh, I missed, you know, that, or I missed this, okay? So I circled it real big because I am not missing out. In addition to having a list, I work my way through the catalog as I'm ordering it. So there's that Stampin' Pad collection that I mentioned. Our refills are in a bundle. Our markers are there. Pads and refills are cost savings. We've got organizational tools to help you. Here is the uninked. I totally went to the new, and they were right there. That's why I do this stroll, guys, because it's so easy. Like, oh my goodness gracious, you get so fixated and your eyes go right to something new. Again, this is a little different layout for us, these long lines, and it's easy to miss some things in the spine of the catalog, which is why I also wanted to come back here to this section. So you're going to want to pay attention because it's a little bit different type of layout for us, having these long columns as opposed to full pages. So you're going to want to pay attention to that. Ignore my pricing. That's part of the training and my teaching and my own way of doing math. Basic tools, we have trimmers. We have our ink spots. We've got some great new packaging. Don't miss the velveteen paper and the glimmer and brass. You're going to find those. Can't wait to get these square doilies, guys. Some wonderful things here. In color note cards. These are going to go fast and they're going to be on back order real quick. So make sure you snatch those up. We've got our memories and more cards. Tons and tons of brand new accessories, guys. Oh my gosh, the butterflies and the faceted gems and the playing with pattern dots and the antique corners and the hoops, guys. And we've got great new self-adhesive rhinestones. We've got the little cups for the globe and the little cups for the jar for your shakers. Again, some more basic tools. Something else that, beautiful ribbons, guys. Oh my goodness gracious, look at these beautiful ribbons. You're going to want them all. With the ribbons, with the designer papers, and with the embellishments, I do have product shares whereby you get a sampling of everything that's new from the embellishments and everything that's new from the ribbon and the designer paper, either all three of them or individually if you just want the ribbons. I have 7 different product shares available, and it's a great way to get your hands on everything that's new. So make sure you're on my mailing list and reach out to me for details about my product shares. I did mention the blocks. We have this full set of blocks, and it is available as a bundle that is cost savings. And then we have a storage case for it. So this is a great gift for a crafter. So hint, hint, if you have a birthday or anniversary coming up, make sure you tell your family that this would make a great gift. And of course, they're also available individually. And I mentioned that our D size is a great versatile starting block. So that's one. Something else new, and there is a video that will be coming in 2 hours or so here on the Facebook group, is our new Stampin' Seal. This is different than the mono adhesive, the snail adhesive. They are not compatible. In other words, the refills from one do not work with the other, but it is a much stronger adhesive. So you're going to want to watch that video, and if you are looking for a great new adhesive, you're going to want this. Also, this adhesive is new to us. You can die cut this foam adhesive. So you're going to be able to do really fun letters that pop, really fun images that pop. Think about this as customizable dimensionals. How cool is that, guys? And I love that this is sized to store and fit in a wood mount case. Okay, so you don't have to have them loose. Everything is amazing. There's the Stamparatus tool that I mentioned. And then punches. So we've got great punches, but what's really fun this year, so we've got lots and lots of fun punches. And I see my camera shifting a little bit. We've got these weird little dots in there. I'm sorry about that. But what's fun is the way that they've done the punch bundles this year, okay? Where you can see the punch and there's a visual of not necessarily the stamp set, but a sample made with the punch. And what's cool is every single sample in this catalog, guys, and there are over 400 of them, is unique. You're not going to find this sample somewhere else in the catalog. So lots and lots of inspiration. But you've got your punch bundles, and I love the way that they're laid out. If you join Stampin' Up! Today, you can pick one of the punch bundles, or you can pick one of the die bundles that you're going to see in just a second as a bonus. Remember, if you've gone through this catalog and your list is more than $99, absolutely the best way to go is with our starter kit, because it has no obligations, no have-tos, and for $99, you're going to pick out $125 of things on your shopping list. You're going to pick out a bundle, whether it's a punch bundle or a die bundle. You're going to get 8 catalogs to share with family and friends. You're going to get a future 20% savings. Maybe you'll use it on the Big Shot. You can use it on anything, anytime. The new catalog, pre-order for the holiday, you name it. You get to save 20%. What's really cool, as a demonstrator, for example, when I place my pre-order here in just a few hours, Stampin' Up! Has a host offering right now where you get an extra $25 when you purchase $250. So I'm going to get that extra $25. So I'm going to get $50 in host benefits when I purchase $250, but I don't pay that retail $250. I get my demonstrator discount, but I get the same bonuses as if I was paying retail. Guys, it's the trifecta. It's a no-brainer. Plus, you get to be on my team and you get me to support you, okay? So it's a win-win today. It's a great time to come on board. And you get all of that for $99, guys, and free shipping. I mean, come on. It's a great deal. There's a couple of direct sales companies that I am a happy shopper with for that very reason. And you'll be on board, guys, to save 20%. And you'll be one of the first that get your hands on both of these. And they'll be available soon. So ignore this page and the last 2 pages for now. Again, you want to look at these die bundles. Die bundles and punch bundles are available at a savings, or they're available individually. Maybe you just die cut. Maybe you don't stamp. Maybe you don't die cut. Maybe you just stamp. Maybe you don't punch. You have choices, and I love the fact that we have choices. So amazing bundles. And again, they're marked. If they say mini, they're not just for the mini. They will work in the Big Shot. Also, all of these dies work in the current I said Big Shot, didn't I? All of the dies and framelits and folders in this catalog work with current die cutting machines, okay? Of course, it's not as cool as the one coming, but they do work. Trust me, we've been using many of these framelits already while we've been waiting, okay? So you don't have to wait to order these until the machine is available. They do work on current die cutting machines. You may just simply need to adjust the sandwich, the way that you layer them with cutting plates and mats as they go through your machine. And that's going to be a little different depending on what machine you have currently. But again, if it says mini, it's not exclusive to the mini. Everything works in the big machine. These will fit through the mini, okay? So I don't want you to get confused and miss out on ordering something going, oh, that only works in the mini. I don't have a mini, okay? So lots and lots of great choices there for you. I mean, gosh, guys, look at this. I'm like, it's Framelit City back here. I will be like financially hurting today. I am so glad for the host benefits on top of my demonstrator discount. And then you've got ones that are just single ones. So absolutely amazing. And then folders. And we do have some folders that are designed to fit through the mini. So I love that. There are 6 different folders for the mini. We have our host program, exclusive stamps for our hosts, and I did mention some opportunities for that. If you are interested in hosting an event currently right now with COVID-19, my studio is still not open yet for guests. We're a little slower to open here in Pennsylvania, so I am doing virtual events. And I do have a virtual event that you could bring guests to next Thursday night, the 11th, so ask me about that. Great index here in the back, so that helps you find things quickly. And then there's this little mini brochure that has some different product in it and different samples. I actually glued mine into the back so I wouldn't lose it. So it's back here. So if you're one of my customers, you also would have received this, or it is coming. So don't forget that if you do not have a demonstrator that you work with and you would like to get your hands on this copy, let me know, because a real life copy is always better than looking at it online or the PDF. If you are one of my customers and you do not have yours yet, reach out to me. Some were sent by Stampin Up via bulk mail, and COVID-19, of course, has wreaked havoc on our postal system. If you're a new to me customer, simply send me your email and message. Catalog ordering goes live at approximately noon Mountain Time. Joining my team goes live at approximately noon Mountain Time. So you have any questions? Do I have a favorite embossing folder? Yes, and it was one that just retired. But the truth is, Beth, my favorite of anything is the one that I'm using currently. I have this tendency to get hooked on anything, but the beautiful country bouquet that was retired was my favorite. I truly am loving this tasteful textile die. It is just really cool. It creates this really cool watercolor look, and it makes it look like the watercolor paper that we have. So I'm really using that, but I am really anxious to get my hands on like the Dainty Diamond. I can't wait to see what that one looks like. And I'm really anxious to, I'm glad the Parisian carried over. I'm really anxious to get my hands on some of the other little new minis like this Meadow Moments. I can't wait to get my hands on that. So currently at the moment, out of the ones available that are new that I have, I would have to say the Tasteful Textile. So that's a great question, but I hate being nailed to the board on that. Because again, I go through like, oh, this week, this is the one I'm loving this week because I found something really cool to do with it. And I'm sure all of you are the same thing. So yeah, Patty, I'll talk to you about that. You and I have been back and forth in communication. So I'll follow up with you, Patty, on the starter kit. You are going to definitely want to take advantage of it. Now's the time for you to come on board. So I'll follow up with you, Patty, on the starter kit, because yes, there didn't stress enough is that free shipping. The starter kit has a way over $300 value for just $99. So again, anybody else that has questions, just let me know and I'll follow up with you. And I already posted details about the event. It's down below in its Stampin' Up! Catalog launch, but I will be reposting details of those events, and I will actually be creating an event, so you'll be able to click on the event link later today instead of scrolling through and finding it. And then lastly, if you've had curiosities about anything that I mentioned, I do 40+ tutorials in my newsletter each month. My product shares, events, one of the best ways to get them sometimes instead of scrolling through Facebook posts is to be on my newsletter mailing list. And one last thing, if you've never clicked following or like, but preferably following here on my Facebook page, if you click following, you'll be notified when I go live. I like to just kind of randomly pop on sometimes when a thing like a creative moment hits me. So I do pop on live just kind of randomly, but I do schedule them like I did this one as well. So my newsletter is great. Clicking following is great. Facebook messaging me is great too, guys. So Amy, I see that you would love a real life copy. Message me your email and your address and we'll get that out to you hopefully today. And anyone can order from the little brochure, Patty. It can definitely be part of a starter kit. It was designed to be a marketing piece for demonstrators to help beginner stampers. So it's designed to be a marketing piece, but anybody can order from the little brochure. That's an absolutely great question. Thank you for asking that. And that's also why I'm including it with my catalogs when I send them out. Specific times for the launch party, I think I listed them, Patricia. The launch party on June 11th is from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for those who want to attend it while it's live. But the party will stay open from that Thursday night, all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, to encompass people's schedules so that they can come in and see all of the fun. They can come in and still continue to win prizes, see the demonstrations. There will be exclusive tutorials just for that party that people will be able to download. So 3-hour live window, and then it will continue to be available for 3 more days after the event. So great questions. The little brochure is available online. If you are a demonstrator, it is available as a supply item. Whether or not it'll be in our online store for customers to order who don't have a demonstrator that provides them, that I don't know. I'm anxious to see when the catalog goes live here in my online store in just a few minutes. So keep asking those questions, guys. I do need to hop off and go over and do this training in my Building a Business class with Stampin' Up, but I will be checking in all day. Stay tuned for tons and tons of prizes to be given away, videos. I'll be hopping back and forth, guys. Prizes today. Yes, Patricia, lots and lots of prizes today that I have to give away. New product, as well as some other cool things for you guys. Product shares, you name it. So lots and lots of fun, guys, by either sharing posted videos throughout the day or simply engaging and commenting and sharing your excitement. Love you guys. Thank you guys for being with me, and I'll check back in with you in just a little bit, guys. Thanks.